It's pretty thin. It's not super. It's narrow-ish. It's about that wide, right? And it's pretty delicate. Okay, so I wouldn't go much deeper. On this side, it's got a hole in it, right? And the reason it's got a hole on it on this side is, remember they had to inject the arteries and veins in latex, right? And so they made a big hole. So here's some of the sternomastoid on this side, right? But it's been cut through, so it's been damaged on that side. So it's really nice on this side. On this side, it's like pretty much. I mean, where exactly they make the cut varies a little bit. So the last bunny I did, the sternomastoids were fine, but the sternohyoid was bad. So let's talk about the sternohyoid next. So sternomastoid is the green, right? Sternohyoid is the kind of turquoise color. Okay, so the sternohyoid goes from where to where? From the sternum. So the sternum's the origin. The insertion is the hyoid. Where's the hyoid found?
Under the chin.
On top of the larynx. So remember your voice box? I know we haven't talked about it much yet. You can actually feel where that is, right? So there's like a hard little boxy thing, yeah? So the larynx, the hyoid sits on top of the larynx, so it's right there. So we're looking for a muscle that's going straight up and down from the sternum, which you can feel, right? From the sternum up to the hyoid. And this one is it's a little mushy, it's a little mashed, it's not too bad. Let's get it. Okay, so it has a bit of a hole in it from when they were, you know, doing the neck. Right, but we can sort of reconstruct partly anyway. Right, so this thing, I'm gonna pretend it's normal. So it's this, right, and so it goes over top of the trachea. So if you can see the rings of the trachea, right, the trachea has rings on it, you've gone too deep. Okay, so it's that, right? So usually what I do with these guys is I find the sternomastoid first, right? And then what I do is I just start kind of like separating, like seeing where the muscles are separate and just kind of poking, and then figure out which one has fibers that are going straight up and down. Because the one that's going straight up and down is going to be the sternohyoid, right? So sternohyoid goes straight up and down. Sternomastoids are like a V, okay? That's the neck. It's not pretty, but, you know, there it is. Okay, before we do we got to do armpit stuff. Okay, so for the shoulders, did you guys start a superficial dissection or not so much?
Really? Huh? What did you say?
Did you guys start a superficial dissection?
I just came off with the skin like that, I believe.
But you haven't done anything?
No.
Yeah, okay. So here's what, so let me just kind of look around and see what we're dealing with.
Oh yeah, we wasn't sure if we cut it already. All that stuff over there.
This is all.
Yeah.
Until it's muscle.
Until what?
Until it's muscle. And that's the part that's tricky. You can't just rip.
Because when it started getting up in there, it's like, oh, wait a minute.
Really hard.
Yeah.
Okay, so what I'm gonna do, I think both sides look good. So get my finger under it, right? And then once you get your finger under it, then you can, you know, kind of go around. Now it's still very pretty. Makes it's like a it's like the other big back muscle. So the trapezius is up high, and then below that there's like another one that goes like this. It's kind of in the middle of the back. Those are the lats. Yeah, and so they're really big on swimmers, especially swimmers that do butterfly stroke, because in the butterfly stroke you do this weird thing with your arm where you go like that and then kind of pull back, and in the pulling back of the water is the epitrochlearis. Okay, so that's the epitrochlearis. Another one we didn't do yet. All right. So we did the neck, we did the lats, we did the chest. We got to do the shoulder and the back and the abs. Okay, so let's do the shoulder and the back, and then we'll do the abs last. Okay, so